Hey viewers, hey subscribers, and welcome back to my channel, Aquarian Empress Tarot. Happy Tuesday, my loves. Today is really a great day to remove any blockages, you guys. I will be burning my Abra Camino candle, cleaning things down with my Florida water, and doing all kinds of things to open the roads, open the doors for blessings, open the pathway for the blessings, okay? That's what we're doing today. I wanted to come in because I didn't get a chance to go live last night because I was tired and I had other things to do. But I'm here tonight, and hopefully we can have a nice little discussion. Y'all, I'm still recovering. Like, energetically, I'm still recovering from the physical tiredness of my trip, but also Mercury retrograde. Like I told y'all a couple of days ago, Mercury retrograde has been a hot mess. It has been a hot mess. So here we are. I'm gonna give everybody a little minute to hop in, and we'll go from there. There's that. There's that. All right, y'all. So I hope everybody's doing good. If you're not following me over on TikTok, please do. Please do. I will be posting more content on there. If you follow me on Instagram, I still post on my Instagram account, but not as much because for me personally, TikTok allows you to post longer videos than Instagram. So like I can post better readings there than I can on Instagram. So Instagram only gives you like a little snippet, you know what I mean? So I'm like, nah. Plus Instagram is just low-key messy. It really is. It's low-key messy. If you're in the live stream, let me know that you're here because sometimes I cannot see the messages. Let me see if I can hop in here real quick. For those of y'all who are wanting a reading, if you would like a reading and you're new to my channel, welcome. My readings are donation based. I don't offer free readings. But a basic reading is like, it's 12. It's 12:22. And I will post the links down so you guys can have them. I was gonna put it in the title, but that's way too much. So let me do that. How's everybody doing? How's your Tuesday going? How is your week going so far? We hit the ground running Monday, and it has been nonstop, y'all. It's been nonstop, okay? Nonstop. Non-stop, y'all. So I am giving everybody a few minutes to hop in so we can get started. Hey, to anybody who's just hopped in the live stream, hey, happy Tuesday. Yay, yay, yay. So tonight is a little bit of a girls chat because I'm going to have a little rant because, you know, I've been through some things this past 2 weeks. More than anything, I just want to encourage y'all to do what's best for you at the end of the day. Like, always put yourself as top priority. Always. So I just dropped the links for my Cash App and PayPal for anyone who would like to donate for a reading during this live stream. If you enjoy the live stream, you enjoy my girls chats, you enjoy the encouraging talks, please feel free to thumbs up the live stream and subscribe to the channel. But yeah, tonight's girls chat is really going to be on prioritizing you, making yourself a priority, and really just letting go of anybody who doesn't make you a priority in their lives, including family, like family, partners, whoever. Hey, Divine Boo. You really have to put yourself as top priority. And I think we hear, like, you know what I mean? Like, we hear the term self-love a lot, but you really don't, for me personally, I can speak for myself, but a lot of times we really don't think about that as much, especially as women. Like, as much as we do for other people all the time, constantly giving so much, constantly going out of your way to make other people happy, to make sure they're comfortable, to make sure their needs are met, but what really is being done to you? Are you really being treated fairly in that relationship? Is the person really taking time out for you? Are they spending quality time with you? It's real cute to buy gifts, you know what I mean? Intangible things. It's nice to have your partner buy you a gift or buy you something nice. But I feel like, for me personally, like I said, I can't speak for all women, but I know from most of the women that I've spoken with, we would prefer, a lot of us would much rather prefer you actually spend quality time. Most women, and this is all of my clients, which are predominantly women. I have a few male clients when it comes to tarot readings, but even the men that I've read for, most people with a genuine heart, genuine spirit, they really prefer quality time and attention from you. Most people are not looking for materialistic things in relationships. They're not. And if a person can't give you that, something is going on, and you better find out what it is. If a person cannot give themselves 100%, I don't want it. I don't want it. If you cannot give to me 100%, I don't want it. And going forward in my life, that is where I stand. If you can't give me 100%, I don't want 25, I don't want 45, I don't want 50, I want 100%. If you can't be 100% on my team, then get off the boat. Because what happens is you end up being shortchanged. It's like going to the store and you pay with $100 bill. You know you're supposed to get change. Your total was maybe like $16.87. You know that's a lot of money that's a lot of change that you didn't get back from that $100 bill. So it's like making sure that you're looking out for you. Because the cashier, she just gonna close with that register and keep going to the next transaction, but you are the person who's missing out on your change. So it's your job to make sure that you're getting your change back. You know what I mean? That you're paying attention so that you can see, this ain't right. You know what I mean? And the same thing with a relationship. Make sure, hold on, this ain't fair. This is not fair. This is not balanced. I'm not getting what I need from you. I'm not getting what I need from this relationship. And a lot of people don't like the term transactional, but everyday relationships are very much transactional. It's always give and take. It's constantly give and take, but it should be balanced on both ends. Everybody should be giving as much as everyone is receiving. So if there's an imbalance, then there's a problem, and there probably shouldn't be a relationship, because everybody should be being treated fairly. Everybody's needs should be being met. Everybody should be being heard, you know? Hey, No Name. Thank you, Divine Boo. Yeah, equal give and take. If you're not getting the time and the attention that you know you deserve, or you've made it clear to that person, hey, I would like for us to spend more time. You know what I mean? I would like for us to spend more quality time together. And this person keeps putting you off, making excuses. Cut it. Cut it, because you're going to be the person that's missing out in the long run. You're going to be the person that is being put on hold in the long run. Rico, don't do it. Thank you, No Name. You're going to be the person that's missing out in the long run. So I highly and strongly encourage you to really evaluate during this time, to evaluate, where do you stand? Where do you stand with the person that you're claiming to be with? Where do you stand? Where do they stand with you? How committed are they to that relationship? How serious are they about it? Like, are you the one that's like 110% in, and they're only like, I'm just gonna get my toe wet. It's like going to the beach and you only put your foot in the water. Are you gonna get all the way in the water, or are you just gonna put your toe in the water? Like, no, you got to get in. You gotta get in. So, make sure you put yourself as a priority. And if you're newly single, make sure you definitely take the time to pamper yourself. Take the time to, or currently single, take the time to pamper yourself. Take the time to, do the things that you would expect a partner to do for you. Do it for yourself. Get yourself the flowers. Get yourself the necklace. Get yourself the shoes. You know what I mean? Do those things. So that way, when the right person comes along, okay, this is what I expect. And if the person's not willing, or they're not capable, they're not able, no hard feelings. It's just, you don't meet my criteria, so it's a no for me. It's a no for me. If you can't give me what I'm already giving myself, then it's going to be a no. It's going to be a no. Because I can guarantee you, I'm not finna lie to myself. That's one thing. That's one of my pet peeves in relationships, is liars. Speaking of liars, don't take nothing that a man tells you. We talk about this a lot. Do not take anything that a man says to you seriously until you have proof. Do not believe a word he says. Nothing that comes out of his stupid mouth. Don't believe it. Because 9 times out of 10, there could be a lie in it if you don't have any proof or anything to back it up. And if your intuition is strongly kicking you that there's something wrong, it's probably because it is. I don't know how many messages, how many DMs, how many bookings I've gotten, people asking me, exactly, only half. That's the saying. Only believe half of what you hear, and it's very true. There may be some truth in what he's telling you, but always remember, there's a lie in it somewhere. So only take it at face value until you can prove otherwise. In my book, it's pretty much guilty until proven innocent. Because people can pretend, they can put on a show, they can put on a front for a very long time, and they can do a pretty damn good job at deceiving you, just so they can get what they want from you, just so they can have access to you, because it's a selfish gratification thing. So don't just take a person's word for what they're saying. Make sure you have proof to back it up. Basically, don't set yourself up for failure. That's why I said make sure you are number one. Make sure that you prioritize yourself first and foremost, no matter what happens. Make sure you are good no matter what happens. Make sure you don't have to rely on a man for anything, no matter what happens. You will still be taken care of. Your bills will still be paid. You still have a place to stay. You still have food on your table, regardless. I know back in times past, women mostly stayed home with children, and that was what they did. But now times have changed. Times have changed. Exactly. Yeah, don't ever lower your standards. Nope. That's why I said earlier, either the person is going to meet you where you are, or they're not a good fit for you. That's why you got to have standards in the first place. What are those standards? Do you require family night once a week? Do you require quality time once a week? Do you require, eating dinner together as a family every night? If that's something that you want, then that's something that needs to be said. Yeah, that's something that needs to be addressed. Do not be afraid to speak what you need. Do not be afraid to speak what you need. Because if the person is wanting to get physically and intimately close to you, there shouldn't be any reason why you can't voice your opinion or how you feel about what it is that you need. They can choose. Here's the thing. This is where free will comes into play. We talk about free will in tarot and the spiritual community all the time, but people don't really get it. Exactly, Divine. Exactly. We're not putting up with it. We are not putting up with it. And listen, this summer, if you are with somebody that is not willing to accommodate your needs, whether that's physically, financially, sexually, emotionally, move around. Move around. Like Divine always says, there's too many folks out here. There's too many other people that are willing to do what you need them to do. That's why I said if they can't show up 100%, then don't show up at all. But you also have to be in a space. You have to be in a space in your own growth and journey that you're okay with swipe left, keep. People get frustrated. Because it's like, oh, well, I feel like I'm never going to find. Listen, I would rather be single and alone than to be stuck with somebody who is not capable of giving me 100%. Because they themselves are actually not stable. They're actually not stable themselves. So how can they give to me? And this goes back to something that I've spoken about on my channel several times before about expecting something from someone who's not able to give it. Sometimes we expect certain things from people who simply are not in a position to give us what it is that we need. Some people are not going to be a good fit for you. Everybody that you meet, exactly, Divine, exactly. Everybody that you meet is not going to be the one. And that's what dating is. Dating is collecting information. Based on the information that this person has presented to you, be it true or false, you are able to make a decision and say, okay, do I really want to be in a commitment with this person? Is this person committed to me? That's the number one question. Is this person truly committed to this relationship with me? Are there other people involved? Get proof. Find out what's really going on. Because it's all fun and games until feelings get hurt and karmics come out, baby mamas come out, wives come out, all these other people come out of the woodworks hitting you up, talking about this, that, and the third, and this one got a baby over here and all this other stuff. Find out who and what you're dealing with before you get too involved. And even once you're involved, even once it's deep, you still have options. Never feel like you don't have options. Never feel like you can't walk away. You always can walk away. You always have the power to cut someone off or cut off a situation that you don't want to be a part of. You have that power. You have that power. Women, you specifically have that power. You have the power to say no, and you have the power to be receptive. Divine feminine energy is receptive. Be selective of who you're receptive to. Be very selective of who you're receptive to and who you allow into your energy. Because they carry, if the person is carrying bad karma, if the person is carrying trauma and they still have a lot of unhealed issues, it spills over into your life. It affects your life. It'll make blockages for you because you're connected to that person. You're connected. You could have, your vibration could be very high. You could be a very abundant person on your own. But when you get with this person, it's always excuses. It's lies. It's drama. There's always something going on. Because that person hasn't worked on themselves. You know what I mean? Yep. Agreed. No name. Absolutely. Absolutely. Some men are not relationship material. Some men are not relationship material. As much as women want to try to make it work, please stop it. Please stop it. Once you see the truth in somebody, once they've shown you who they are, you make a decision from there. You have a choice to make from there. You can choose to entertain the foolery, or you can choose to cut it off immediately. And if you don't cut it off immediately, you're going to be the person that suffers. You will be the person that suffers once you see the foolery that's going on and you continue to entertain it. Absolutely not. I don't know why women tend to think that, oh, well, I need to do more. It's me. I'm overthinking. No, your intuition that God gave you was on point to begin with. You're suspicious because he's acting shady. You don't trust him because he's moving shady. The way he moves, his mannerisms, his behavior, it makes you question the validity of anything that he says to you. It makes you question his loyalty to that relationship and that connection. So if somebody is moving shady and they're doing things to cause you to question their loyalty to you and to the relationship, cut it off. Cut it off. There's no, oh, well, maybe I'm just overthinking. It's not you. It's them. It's them. We can't make excuses for somebody else's behavior. Well, I told him I don't like when he's flirting with other women. You've made that very clear, and he continues to do it. Is disrespect. Flat out disrespect. And then the lies. It's the lies for me. Then lies in your face and says, oh, you're just overreacting. I'm not overreacting. I'm seeing what I'm seeing, and I'm calling you out on it. Either you fix it or I go. It's that simple. Well, I just wonder if it's something wrong with me. Am I not enough for him? You've always been enough. You will always be enough. People cheat, people mess around, people do all kind of mess because that's what they choose to do. That's a personal decision. And you, like we talked about before, exactly. No name. As we talked about before, like, you have to have standards. You have to know what your deal breakers are, what you will not tolerate under any circumstances, period. Period. Some stuff is not recoverable. We can't recover from this, sir. You break this is it. It's a wrap. It's over. There ain't no, oh, baby, I'm sorry. Nope. Get off my line. Get off my line. Your number is blocked and deleted. Goodbye. Goodbye, good night. There's nothing else to talk about. It's a wrap. So there's certain things that you have to decide what's a deal breaker for you. Because some women will be like, oh, well, we've been together for 15, 20 years, and I know he's been cheating, but I still want him to stay here. Exactly, Divine. Exactly. Why would you blame yourself for somebody else's poor choices? And time don't mean a damn thing. You can be with somebody for 20, 30 years. Once they show you who they are, you have a personal obligation to yourself to make a decision to say, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I deserve way better than this, and I'm not going to tolerate this. I'm not tolerating this. This is unacceptable, point blank, period. It's over. Exactly, Divine. You would be shocked at how many women have taken their exes back after cheating. You would be surprised. How much risking it for the biscuit can you do? How much risking it can you do? If I'm going to risk dying, let me do it on my terms. But to have somebody else put me at risk of who knows what catching, who knows what going, no, ma'am. It's a no for me. Definitely a deal breaker. Cheating and lying, deal breakers for me personally. Cheating and lying. I think I can pretty much deal with just about everything else. But cheating and lying, those are no's. It's an absolute no. It's a no in my book. Absolute no. Especially repeated, flat out, blatant lies. That's probably what it is, no name. Because I think I agree with you there. A lot of that, oh, well, you know what? You got to forgive. Jesus forgave. What is it? Something about 70 times 7. 70 times 7. Let me tell you something. And, the whole, he brought sinners to repentance and this whole thing. But here's the thing. The Bible also says a person who knows to do right and doesn't, shame on them. Shame on them. Hey, Aisha love. Girl, we into it. We into the girls chat already. The topic is putting yourself as a priority in all things. Making yourself a priority. Exactly, Divine. Me either. It will never be tolerated. Not while I'm alive and breathing on this earth. It will never be tolerated in my life. It's just not something it's not okay. It's not okay. And there's no way I'm taking you back. There's no forgiveness for that. Like, no, I don't forgive you. Sorry to all the Christians watching my channel. Absolutely not. I don't forgive for cheating. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's like somebody, and I'm gonna get, yeah. And that's like somebody molesting a child and wanting to stay in the house with you. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's like having a registered sex offender. Think about this. When I think about cheating, I think about sex offenders and pedophiles. Would I want to be with someone who is a registered sex offender / pedophile? Hell to the no. So why in the world, if somebody cheated on me, why would I go back to that? Make it make sense. Why would we be like, oh, well, maybe we can go to marriage counseling and work this out? There's nothing to be worked out. He's already stepped out. People change when they want to change. Exactly, Divine. That's intentional. That's not an accident. There's things that can be worked on. There's, you know what I mean? There's personality things that can be worked out. The person can have like an aggressive personality. Those things can be worked out. Anger management, counseling, therapy. Like Divine said, cheating is a choice. That's like getting drunk. You don't accidentally get drunk. Just like you don't accidentally get pregnant. I'm just saying. Whoops, there's something in there. How did it slide in? I'm just saying. Y'all don't laugh. There's some things you don't accidentally do. Some emotional abuse, I feel, is intentional. Absolutely. Especially if you're dealing with somebody who's narcissistic. They've been diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. Absolutely. Or somebody who is psychotic, a psychomaniac. Absolutely. A lot of emotional abuse is intentional. And you have to be mindful of that too. Gaslighting and playing games. Oh, you know I love you. You know I would never purposely do anything to hurt you. So then why did you cheat? Why did you lie? Why did you cover this up? Why did you do you see what I'm saying? People, the intentions show. There's a difference between an accident and something that's intentional. You drove over to her house. You went over to that club. You met up. You fill in the blank with her. That was intentional. That wasn't an accident. Well, we were drinking and blah. That also was a choice. Here we go with the pattern of bad choices. A pattern of bad choices. When you see someone who has a pattern of bad choices, stay far the hell away from them. Because their bad choices eventually are going to affect you. Like I said with karma, people carrying around lower energies, I'm not going to say demons because some people just, how do I explain it? Divine, you might be able to help me explain it. Some people have a monkey on their back. That's the only way I can describe it. It's like they carry around, like everywhere they go, there's problems. There's always going to be some problem. Like things can be going well for a little bit and boom, out of nowhere, it's just drama. Or they done got caught up, or they done got arrested for some dumb shit, or something's going on. You're good, love. Any advice that I give is simply that. It's advice because people come to me with it. I don't judge people for what they do and don't do. I just know what I would not do, what I'm not going to do, lessons I've learned. And that's why I share my experiences with my viewers and subscribers, because I feel like it's important to be transparent, one, to be honest, two, and also to help share it as much as it may be hurtful for me, to share it with other people. To share it with other people. Yes, it's like they carry this monkey on their back. You can't see it. It's invisible because it's on a soul level. The soul is you know how they say people are disturbed? Some people carry that disturbed energy around with them. They're deep down, they battle with like depression. They could drink a lot. You know what I'm saying? They're very aggressive. They're quick-tempered. They have all these types of qualities about them, and they never have just peace, right? And then here you are, completely opposite. Opposites attract. Opposites attract. Yep, exactly, divine. And somebody in your bloodline has to break that generational trauma. Somebody has to break it. So you guys get together. Let's say you attract this person who's carrying this generational trauma, this karma, and you're like, I was doing great. All of a sudden now I got money problems. I can't find a good job. It's hard for me to find a good place to stay. I feel sick a lot. I feel drained. I feel tired. And this person's always got something going on. They always, oh, I lost some money. I ran into this problem. I got arrested. Then this happened. It's always something going on. And you notice that the person that you're with, it's affecting you. Because you're unequally yoked. I talked about this with somebody yesterday. When you're unequally yoked, it's the opposites attract. You're not on the same page. So it's like you're trying to keep your vibration high. Meanwhile, this person over here has a whole lot of karmic debts to pay. They have a whole lot of karma going on. So it affects you. It actually blocks you from your blessings because you're tied to them. You're tied to them. Soon as you let it go, I kid you not, soon as you let it go, and sometimes this happens with family members too. You may have that one cousin, that one uncle, that one grandparent that is always in some mess because they carry what Divine said, that generational karma. And the moment that you release your tie with that type of person, because I have people in my family like that, they're always struggling. There's always something going on. There's always drama. They never have enough money. They can't make plans. They can't do this. They can't do that. And, they're always needing somebody to come to their rescue. Once you detach yourself, and this is where I say it is a blessing in disguise to be an air sign, because I'm cool. I'm cool. So it's like, not that I'm not emotional, but it's like, exactly, Divine, exactly. And that's why once you energetically connect on a sexual level, once you detach and you disconnect, it's important to do cord cutting. It's important to do cord cutting so you can release that energetic tie that you have to that person. For some people, no name. Some of those relationships, though, don't get it twisted. Some of them relationships are rebound relationships when it comes to celebrities, because a lot of them still will hop from one marriage to another. They're celebrities, and a lot of them have not dealt with their pain and their trauma, so they move on to the next thing that's going to make them feel better momentarily without actually dealing with the root of the issue. Hey, Ricky. Y'all, Rico want to be in my business. He wants to be in my business so bad. Hey, Ricky. So So yeah, don't get it twisted. A lot of, like Divine said, a lot of celebrity marriages are staged. They're arranged. They're prearranged. And a lot of them are in rebound relationships, honestly. To move on that quickly, you just divorced your husband, and a week later, you're already spotted with a boyfriend. Just saying. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. Like, they really do. They use relationships for clout. A lot of celebrities, they use relationships for clout. Just like this whole thing with Johnny Depp and whoever his, who is this woman? It's all over the news. It's all over TikTok. Like, they're dragging this out. I guess she's accusing him. She's accusing him of domestic violence and abuse and all this stuff. They're dragging it all out. It's like, what? Why y'all gotta bring everybody into their business? Why does this have to be public? Why do we care about Kate? Is that her name? Katie and Johnny. Why do we care? I don't. I do not care. Like, why does it have to be public? What they got going on? Something about domestic abuse and all this mess. Y'all know what I'm talking about? And all these things. And I'm just like, why can't they work? Why can't they work all of that out? You know what I mean? Why can't they work all that out on their own? Like, what? Why are y'all bringing that here? You know what I'm saying? So whatever. Whatever at this point, because I'm just like, what was that? I don't know. It's almost like, you know, the media wants you to try to side with one side, and we don't know the full story. Exactly, Aisha. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of seeing it on TikTok. She shifted. She's a shapeshifter. I'm just like, man, it's the messiness for me. It's the messiness for me. I can't deal. I'm not laughing at, listen, I am laughing. It's just the dumbest stuff they want to bring up in court. They really want to make you look bad. Everybody don't even know the whole story. He out here looking crazy. I don't know if Johnny was on medication or what. I mean, and to be fair, I love y'all. I really do. But water signs, y'all already know what I'm going to say. Y'all be in some of the most toxic damn relationships I've ever seen in my life, especially Scorpio. Johnny Depp is a Scorpio. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just like, how did he get with her? Where did he meet her at? How did this happen? Because Johnny, come on now. I'm like, do y'all go out looking for trash? Like, do y'all go out saying, oh, let me see who is the most traumatized, crazy, outrageous person that I can find? Scorpios. I'm gonna need y'all to get it together this year. We gotta get it together this year. I love y'all. That's why I be fussing at Scorpio, because I feel like y'all are actually one of the most powerful signs. Ricky, get down. No, cancers, one thing about cancers, y'all will go ghost. Like, if somebody ain't acting right, Cancer will just leave. Not Scorpio. Scorpio is hanging on. Scorpio is holding on to the coattail. Do you hear me? Scorpio is being dragged, okay, by the weave. Scorpio is being dragged. Cancer will leave. Pisces might pop back up every like 5 or 6 years. Pisces might send a happy birthday or something like that, because they Pisces low-key still want to know what you got going on, because Pisces is like low-key nosy. But Pisces will leave too. Pisces will go ghost. Cancer will go ghost. Not Scorpio. Scorpio finna show up to the house with a meal. Scorpio is not giving up. Scorpio's finna put money on his books. It's like, I know, baby. I know you're in there for attempted murder. I know you'll get out in 25. But we gonna do this together. That's Scorpio. Scorpio's going up to the jail. Going to the giving conjugal rights. Like, Scorpio, what are we doing? What are we doing? I know he was somebody else, but he gonna be mine. Okay, Fetty Wap. Okay. Like, I know he with her, but he's mine. Like, Scorpio, it's the bonus for me. And that probably has taken you some time. It probably has taken you some time, No Name. And I'm being funny, Scorpios. I love y'all. But y'all really do. I feel like out of the signs, the zodiac signs I've done readings for, which I've done readings for everybody, y'all really be going through it. Y'all really be going through it, especially in relationships. I'm like, there is no way in hell. Some of the stuff that I done heard, honey, I would not put up with. But Scorpio's right there. Scorpio's right there. They right there. Thick and thin. A thin line between love and hate. That's Scorpio. They right there. Literally. I'm thinking whoever came up, with that term ride or die had to be a Scorpio. It had to be a Scorpio. Cause there's no way. I'm not riding and then dying for nobody. I'm not doing it. Reminds me of the Joker from that movie when he's like, will you die for me? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, no. I mean, he's the Joker sitting there with that smile. And he's like, would you die for me? Or would you live for me? It's like, first of all, sir, you got this all messed up. This is all messed up. This is all wrong. Why are you asking me these questions? The Joker. Leave it to Scorpio. And Scorpio be like, oh yes, I'll die for you. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. See, somebody got to come get Scorpio. Come get him. Come get him. But yeah, like you really have got to make yourself a priority. That lessons I've learned during Mercury retrograde. And yes, I had a great vacation. Libra. Yes, Libra does too, because Libra is like, unlike Scorpio, Libra tends to be dormant sometimes. Libra tends to be dormant. They allow a lot of stuff. But Libra men tend to be shit stirrers. They tend to be shit stirrers. Absolutely. Absolutely. When we're talking about the narcissist of the zodiac, number 1, Virgo. 2, Libra. And it just so happens that they're back to back. What are the odds? They back to back. What is that? Bad. Bad. Just bad. Very petty. They're very petty. Take it from somebody who was in a relationship with a Libra for over a year. Done. Cut it off. It was so bad, I just cut him off cold turkey. No explanation needed. Goodbye. No explanation needed. Goodbye. It's a no. Toxic, toxic, toxic. It's a no for me. Virgo men, number 1. Number 1 narcissistic. Virgo, Libra, Taurus. When we talking about narcissists, Capricorn, put them in there. We're talking about narcissists. Those are the top 4. The top 4. Now, don't get me wrong, because we got to throw Leo and Sagittarius in there. Leo and Sagittarius men are going into the narcissist category. Yeah, Cancer men. Yeah, very much. You know what? Just throw the whole zodiac in there. I was finna leave some out. Well, you know what? Not so much Taurus. Not so much. Cancer, absolutely. Absolutely. Cancer men are very narcissistic. Yes, very much. Yep. See, I'm glad you reminded me, Aisha. Yes. Pisces men are very, very narcissistic. And I think it's because a lot of them, here we go, water signs. A lot of them, especially Pisces men, it says a lot. It says a lot. Water sign men, they struggle a lot with their own insecurities. And when you haven't healed to a level of being fully confident in who you are, you tend to project that out onto other people. So you end up projecting that same energy out onto people you're in a relationship with. You're good. You're good, love. We're not talking about him. I mean, he's just, you know what I mean? He's just a relationship guru or coach or whatever you want to call it. But Pisces men are extremely narcissistic. Most Pisces men that I know have an addiction problem. They have an addiction problem and they're extremely controlling. Every Pisces man that I know is highly insecure and yet highly controlling. Two things that don't go together. But they usually secretly have some type of addiction problem. You would never know it on the surface because they get along with people. Rico, stop. They get along with people pretty well on the surface. But they usually like to go into their little corner and do whatever they're doing because they don't want everybody to know what's up. But we know what's up. Pisces men typically, most of the Pisces men that I've ever known in my life would have some type of drinking problem. 90% of them have some type of drinking problem or an addiction problem of some sort. Drinking, smoking. Y'all tell me if I'm lying. If I'm lying, I'm flying, like they say down south. If I'm lying, I'm flying. But most of them, I would have to say smoking. I can't deal with the drinking. I would have to say smoking. Yes, that's exactly what I was saying, Divine. Leo and Sagittarius men are going to go on that list too. Because the signs that tend to be, like you said, Pisces tend to be dreamers. Signs like that, they tend to be in denial. Sagittarius is very much in denial. Leo, very much in denial. Virgo, the perfectionist, very much in denial. And trust me, I've dated a few Virgo men, so I can say this from experience. Very much in denial about their own shit, so they project it onto you and they blame you. They criticize you because they don't like to see themselves in a certain light. They like to think very highly of themselves. It's the ego. Well, they could say something very disrespectful to you, for example, which happened to me, and they will say, well, you took it that way. That's your perception. No, it was disrespectful. You shouldn't have said it. But I'm supposed to just be okay with it and accept it because that's not how you meant it. But that's exactly how it came out. And it's constant criticism. Constant criticism. Well, if you would do this, it would be a lot better. Well, I don't like when women do this, and I don't like when women do that. And these are the only types of women that I date. And I don't like these kind of women. Yes. Very much controlling. Absolutely. Very much control. The ones that like to control tend to be the worst narcissists. And I would have to say that would be Leo and Virgo. Top. Leo and Virgo, that would be the top. And Capricorn. Capricorn men, oh my goodness. Capricorn men, look at the baby. Prime example. The baby, he's a Capricorn. Prime example. It's a no for me. It's an absolute no for me. Some of them are not as, you know what I mean? Some of the narcissistic types are not as bad as others, but the ones that top the cake, Virgo, Leo, and Libra. Libra men. They cute. They real cute. But leave them alone. Leave them alone. Yes. That's the perfect breeding ground for a narcissist. Perfect because they're driven by, that's what they're driven by. And if it ain't jingling, that's what they're driven by. Exactly. Yeah, and if it doesn't benefit them, so anybody that has a lot of Capricorn placements, it can be strong. It can be strong in their like if they have a Capricorn rising or there's a lot of Capricorn. No, Capricorn is at the end of December. Actually, I was supposed to be a Capricorn. I just fell into Aquarius season. So no, Capricorn is December the 20th through January the 19th, I think. Yeah, I think it's Capricorn. Because Capricorn is right after Sagittarius. And you'll find a lot of Sagittarius people have a lot of Capricorn placements, especially if they're like at the end of December because of the way the planets transit and move. But yeah, Capricorn very much into self. Yeah, those are the top narcissists of the zodiac from my experience. This is just my experience. But everybody's experience is different. But that's why I say it's so important for you to make yourself a priority, because who else is going to do it? Who else is going to do it? Like, and you need to, here's the thing too. Y'all know I've said this a lot before. If you cannot call them in an emergency, they're not worth claiming, period. And I stand on that. If you cannot call them in an emergency, they're not worth claiming. If you can only show up when it's convenient for you, or you only show up when it's going to benefit you, but if I have an emergency, you're nowhere to be found, I can't get a hold of you, why would I claim you as my anything, my person, my man, my anything? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're not being claimed. Not at all. So if they can't show up, they might as well just show themselves out. And that's that. That's on that. Y'all, Ricky just gave up. He laying here on the floor like he done something serious. But anywho, y'all. we talked about a lot of good stuff. Within a year, if men change within, absolutely not. Never ever. I never ever, and y'all please chime in and say what you think, share your experience, but absolutely not. You never withhold your feelings. Absolutely not. Say exactly what you feel and say it with your chest. Like I literally had to tell a guy off that I started talking to because he started acting funny. And I was like, okay, we're not gonna do this. We're not because I don't chase men. That's golden rule. I do not chase men. Never, ever, ever, ever. Never, ever, ever, ever. When you say emotions, what do you mean? Like you feel like you love them or something like that? Because no, I wouldn't tell. Yeah, I would definitely hold that in. Like, don't tell them you love them. Yeah. Well, yeah. Don't tell them you love them. Yeah. No. Don't tell them you love them. Nope. Wait for them to tell you. That's what I would wait for. Wait for them to say it. Cause then they might actually mean it if they're saying it on their own. But if you're saying it to them, they could just say it out of habit to make you happy, to satisfy your little emotional whatever you got going on, your little butterflies. So they can be like, you can say I love you, and they'll be like, yeah, I love you too, and just to get off the phone, like, or just to walk out the door, because you know what I mean. It's just like a transaction. It's like good morning. It's like because it's not really heartfelt. If you are pressing the issue by constantly telling him every time you talk to him, oh, I love you. You know what I mean? Exactly, Divine. Exactly. I mean, I can say good morning to anybody. Hey. That don't mean nothing to me. They could be like, oh, she loves me, but I really don't. I really do not. Like, no. Yeah, hold that in. Absolutely, yeah. Nope. And like Divine said, always trust your intuition. If I If my spirit guides and ancestors have not taught me anything, it's trust. Trust that intuition. I'm telling you. I ain't never heard this in my life. Use a safe word. Or I just be like, I be like, I love you. That's nice. But y'all know I'm an Aquarius, so I just really be out here bothering people because I really just be that unbothered, and they really be wanting to, they really be wanting me to feel some type of way, and I don't. It takes a lot for me to really get to that type of point where I feel like I really love you. So when I really invest it, and things don't work out, it hits hard for me. It hits hard for me because it takes a lot for me to feel like I love you, and it takes a lot for me to say it because, man, I've been through some things, but who hasn't? You know what I'm saying? Who hasn't? But I just be like, I've had that happen where guys like, oh, I love you, and I'm like, you do? Why? And they're like, see, don't ruin it. I'm like, but why though? Like, now I want to know why. Because that's where my mind goes. That you're a Scorpio, honey. The feelings don't take long to arrive. He'll be like, I love you, and I'm like, for what? You know, on the Instagram, holler at me for what? Like, now you gotta give me a reason. Yeah, holler at me for what? You love me for what? Now I'm looking for a reason. Now I'm trying to rationalize the emotion. This is because I'm like, for what? You're telling me you love me after 2 months, 3 months? That ain't nothing. For what? What do you love me for? What is there to love? You don't even know me like that. 6 months, maybe, but still, I'm like, for what? Cause for what? We ain't done. It ain't serious. It ain't even serious. Now maybe after a year, I'll give you a pass. After a year, I'll give you a pass. After a year, I'll give you a pass. I'll be like, okay, maybe he got a little love in there, but like he really means it, like a little bit. But I don't know. I kind of feel Tina Turner-ish about it. Like, what's love got to do with it? Because honestly, this is my honest thought, and y'all like tell me what you think, but I honestly feel like most men going into a relationship, they're really in it for the transaction. That's what I feel. A lot of men are in relationships to see what they can get out of the situation. And I'm not saying all men. I'm saying a lot of them. A lot of them will agree to being in a relationship because it's beneficial for them. Men are naturally selfish. Ladies, welcome to the wonderful world of masculine. Men are going to do what's convenient, what's financially convenient, what's sexually convenient, what's emotionally convenient for them. Hence, when you bring up something really heavy and serious, they disappear. They scatter because it's not convenient for them. They don't want to talk about it right now. They feel like you're nagging them. I wouldn't say all, but most, yeah. They run. A lot of them run when you start to talk about something that's, like emotionally heavy. Maybe they lost a sibling as a child. Maybe they suffered child abuse, something serious, like deep things. They try to avoid the conversation. It's like, I'm trying to backpedal out of this conversation. Don't know how we got here, but I'm going to get out of it. Like, they don't really, Men are about convenience. If it's quick and easy. A lot of men don't want to do too much. They really don't. That's why a lot of them be like, okay, well, she the one. I didn't ask to go over there. She told me that I could start moving my stuff in her place. She told me to leave my Xbox over there. I got clothes over there. I parked my car over there. He's relying on his life to be made easy for him. That's why I said you gotta have standards. Because he's looking for a quick way out. Oh, if I can have my cake and eat it too, I'm gonna be over here with this one, and I'm gonna be over here with this one. I ain't gonna tell this one about that one, but if it happens, oh well, it happens. They find out, oh well, oh well. It's easier for him. That's why cheating happens. It's easier for him because he's benefiting from both situations. So what he got to lose? What he got to lose? Now all the hearts that he done broken and all the promises and all the lies that have affected all these other people's lives in the balance don't matter because it's convenient for him. You see what I'm saying? It's a convenient situation. It's easier for him. It don't make no sense, no name, but it's reality. It's the truth. That's why I say a lot of them are in it for convenience sake. It's easier for me to stay here and do this, or it's easier for me to stay over here with her because I don't have to pay bills because she lives in housing, or she gets benefits, or whatever the case is. It's easier for me to be over here because it's convenient. It's convenient for him. It's easy for him. Now you start asking him to do things. Can you please start taking out the trash? Can you please help with the kids and their homework? Can you kind of keep an eye on the kids while I'm away? Can you see, now you're asking him to get involved. You're asking him to be responsible. You're asking him to help start paying bills. Now it becomes uncomfortable because that's not convenient for him. You're asking him to give up money. You're asking him to give up time. You see what I'm saying? So make sure you make you a priority. Make sure that they're willing to go all in or nothing. All or nothing. And that's one thing. That's one thing I can credit my Scorpios with. Scorpios give 110%. They really do. They give 110%. I definitely will commend y'all on that because whoever it is, y'all go above and beyond. And everybody's not cut from that cloth. Everybody's not that way. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, no name. But men don't see it that way. Men do not see it that way. A lot of them feel entitled to that. A lot of them feel entitled to that, and they will gaslight you and say, well, if I'm not getting it here, I'll go get it from somewhere else. That don't mean nothing to them. It don't mean nothing to them. We do. November, Aisha. November. Exactly. They cause all kind of chaos because they out here wilding in the streets, and the people that's on the receiving end have to deal with lots of things. You know, they have to deal with the heartache. They have to deal with the unwanted pregnancies. They have to deal with raising a kid as a single mother. They have to deal with all these things. That's why I said be selective with who you receive into your energy, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Be selective. Be very selective. And even still, things happen. Shit goes down. People lie. People cheat. You find shit out later down the road. Like, life is not set in stone. So, you know, as much as you can be prepared and you can try to prevent things from happening, y'all, Rico done lost his rabbit mind. He's running circles. Things happen. Yeah. Yep. For sure. Rico, did you just drink water? Did you just drink water? But yeah. It's a mess. It's a mess. So make sure you put yourself as number one. Make sure you put yourself as top priority. Make yourself a priority always, first and foremost. Because guys will be like, oh, well, you not going to do this. Okay, bye. Are you trying to hurt feelings over here? Because we don't do that. Well, okay, we'll go over there to her. Go over there to her. Go over there to her. Well, she'll do this and okay, we'll go over there to her. Bye. Goodbye. What are you stressing me for? You know what I'm saying? All that rah-rah, just gone. Just gone over there. So, I'm going to need y'all to be selfish this summer. I'm going to need y'all to be selfish this summer. I'm going to need y'all to go out, have a blast. Keep your options open if you single. Even if you're not single, you think you taken. Right, Divine? Always keep your options open. Absolutely. Always keep your options open. Do not commit. Do not prematurely commit until you know. Until you know. You'll know. You'll know when that person is willing to go the extra mile. Like I said earlier, you can call them in an emergency. They're willing to do anything for you. And that's the lesson. No name. Proud of you. That's the lesson. Proud of myself. That's the lesson. We have to learn to let go of what's not working. If it's not working, release it. We are not in this year, going into 2023, we not holding on to anything that is not working this summer. It's going to be a hot girl summer. We're not holding on to anything that's not working. You are not required. Let me say this, because people think that time matters. I've had this conversation. Oh, well, we've been married 20 years. 20 years, my ass. If he's out here in the streets and he's dealing with other people, and you know what I'm saying, what does that matter? What does that matter? If you're not happy, what does that matter? If he's not happy, what does that matter? Time doesn't matter. The length of time. I don't care if I've been with a man 5 days. If I'm not happy, that's it. That's over. Like Divine said, the power is you know where. That's it. That's over. That's it. It's a wrap. People think that, oh, we've been together for 5 years. We've been together for 10 years. And you've been 10 years dumb. You've been 10 years dumb. 20 years dumb. Because you've been sticking around with something that has not been working for you. Once you know that it's not working, no one's happy, everyone's miserable, move around. It's not cute to brag about being a ride or die. Because what does that really mean? You've been riding and dying with cheating, with a cheater and a liar and a manipulator. Riding and dying. That's what you've literally been doing. Riding and letting your life slip away from you. Because, you know, the more we get up in age, the less time we have on this earth. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to spend my days. Hold on. Ricky, come here. Come here. I don't even know how you hopped up here, sir. But that's a no. Someone decided to hop up on my other table. Say, hey, Ricky. Yeah, I'm not going to spend the last half of my life. What I look like spend the last half of my life riding and dying for somebody who's not riding and dying for me. Absolutely not. Only ride or die is Rico. That's my ride or die. Come on, bud. Come on. No, you're not obligated. Here's the thing, no name. Please feel free to add in. Aisha Divine. I would say no. If I'm dating multiple people, I'm not going to tell him I'm dating multiple people. Because men have an ego thing and they'll immediately get jealous. They'll immediately feel like you've been doing something wrong. But men do it all the time. Men do it all the time. 9 times out of 10, you're not the only person they're talking to. 9 times out of 10, you are not the only woman they're talking to. Just keep that in mind. Because women will get so wrapped around their finger. They know that. They got you wrapped around their finger. So they get you hook, line, and sinker. They get you constantly texting and calling or whatever, communicating. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, he over here with Keisha, Ashley, Erica, Jessica, all these other, he talking to all these other people. What I look like? What I look like? Ain't committed to nobody. But he's just trying to see. He's just trying to see. For me, I wouldn't say anything until I know that it's going to be a serious thing. That's just me. That's just me. But to each their own. Because it's like, if we're not serious, what difference does that make? You know what I mean? Because you have things where it's like a gray area where at this point, we're just friends. Now, when you decide to take it to a relationship level, once they're ready to move up to that level, and that's really where you need to get the clarity, then you know, okay, I am talking to other people. Now I need to cut ties with whoever I was getting to know. Because the thing for me is like, if you're dating, you're talking to multiple people, you're just dating, you're just going out, you're just seeing who's going to be a good fit. Everybody ain't going to be a good fit. That's just me. Yeah, that's true. They still lie, but that's why I said you have to decide, you have to make that decision whether that person is lying to you or not. You have to get that information. You have to get proof for yourself. That's what they want to do. The proof is in the actions. The proof is in the paperwork. The proof is in the actions. So once you have that solidified, that's what they're doing. And the actions will show if they're going to be committed or not. Then you can move forward. That's just me. Now, I will say I let people know that I do have other options. If I'm talking or I'm just dating, I'm just talking to people, it's not anything serious. So if I'm talking to other people, I'm like, listen, if you don't want to talk, just say that, because I have other people who are waiting to talk to me. And do. You know what I'm saying? So I guess everybody's way of dealing with it, whatever works best for you. But honestly, I just feel like if I'm not serious with anybody, why would I be obligated to tell you, oh, I'm talking to Jeff and I'm talking to Alex and I'm talking to Brendan, I'm talking to this person. Like, why? I don't feel the need to explain that when none of this is serious. Nobody is serious. It's a hit or miss. That's my thinking. Now, once I've established that I'm in a relationship, that's a different story. Now I can say, okay, listen, I'm in a relationship. It was fun while it lasted. I'm done talking. You know what I mean? We're done talking. This stage is over. I'm in a relationship with somebody now. You know what I mean? So now I can move in that direction. But for me, no. Like I told y'all, these days, I don't really take men seriously. I don't. It's just kind of we'll see. We shall see. So, but I hope y'all really enjoy your summer. Keep your options open. Do what you're going to do, because y'all grown, of course. But definitely trust your intuition. That's the best advice I can give anybody. Trust your intuition. Pay attention. Pay close attention. And get proof. Get proof. Don't just take nobody's word for nothing. Get proof. Because when you have proof, then you can move differently. Now you know. You know what I mean? Now you know. So that's been that. Hopefully I'll go live again Friday night. What is this, Tuesday? Yeah, hopefully I'll go live again Friday night. Feel free to hop in. Y'all can follow me on TikTok because I'm there. I've been posting there. My readings are longer there. So, exactly. Exactly, Devon. That's what I'm saying. Like, get proof. Because you just don't know. Taking somebody's word for something, you just don't know until you investigate. And to be honest, if you ask a man like for proof, like you ask him for proof of something, If he's really serious, it's not gonna be no problem. If he don't have nothing to hide, it shouldn't be no problem for him to produce a receipt. It shouldn't be no problem for him to be like, here, there ain't nothing. You can look through the phone. Ain't nothing there. I'm not saying be like crazy and obsessive. I'm simply saying, like Divine said, do your research. Because he can tell you one story. And men like to plant stories, especially if they have an agenda. They'll plant stories in your mind to think, all these horrible things about a baby mama or something like that, or about an ex. They want to make you think that she's completely crazy. She's lost all her marbles. And if she ever says anything to you, stay away from her. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Because 9 times out of 10, she's been there. She knows. She knows some truth. So before you give the ex or the baby mama this, she knows some truth. She could be a little cray-cray. I'm not saying she can't be. But at the end of the day, there's some truth there. There's always 2 sides to a story. Keep that in mind. There's always 2 sides to a story. So he could tell you one thing because that's, he's not going to make himself look bad. But then she could tell you something else. Yeah. She could tell you something else. A different, you know what I mean? She can tell you something different. So make sure you get as much proof of whatever is going on as possible. So that you're not in a situation later on and you're just like, damn, I didn't see this coming. I didn't see this coming. So there's that. But I will see y'all again, hopefully Friday night. Like I said, follow me on TikTok because I'm there. I'm posting more of my readings there because Instagram plays around too much. Because for whatever reason, they limited reels to only I think it's only a minute for a reel. And that's not enough time. So I'm going to be posting there as well as finishing up the collective readings for May. Virgo's next. Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio is next. So make sure if you haven't subscribed that you please subscribe. Like the channel, like the live streams to keep things going. And until next time, much love to y'all.